gets people rewarded, there's kind of like three levels of it, which is like ambition, right? Which is their like desire to do well. That's their motivation. That's probably one aspect of passion. Talent is probably another thing, like your natural talent, I think will get you rewarded pretty quickly. And then I think the third one is like dedication or hard work. There's sort of three of those things that I think give you the most sort of value to a company and also like progress you the farthest. And I think each one of those levers receives like a different kind of reward or warrants a different kind of reward, because if someone's really ambitious, like a bunch of money right now is not really the thing they want. And if someone's really like hardworking, what they want is experience and growth and stuff like that. So I feel like all three of those things add up to probably you having a lot of value if you have all three of those things.
Sure.
And it's pretty hard to pull off any of them except talent without passion.
I think it's kind of taking a really hard look at yourself and going, where are your weaknesses? And not spending too much time wallowing in the despair of what you're not good at. Focus on really keeping your strengths sharp, and then fill the rest of the weaknesses with great mentors, great employees that are gonna be way smarter than you, way faster than you. And I think for us, what's been the biggest resource for Enrou, we were a super small young team. We had no idea what we were doing. We just asked a bunch of questions to a bunch of people. I mean, I probably have shot Greycroft like 1,000 questions in the last week because we're closing our round. But it just is this hungry curiosity. And then your mentors see that. And investors see that. And I think people think, man, I have to be perfect all the time. Like when I'm pitching, I have to know every answer to every question. But it's really those relationships that you get honest and brutal feedback that you're open to learning that makes the biggest impact.
Sometimes it's right in front of you. Like I've been talking with a friend about what she wants to do with her life, and it's a back and forth because I'm to some extent still figuring that out, and although I love what I do, but she's like, I'm really good at events, but I don't know, I want to do business. And it's like, events is a business, and if you're really good at events, there are so many examples of people who have built successful service businesses and people who have built successful corporations or tech businesses in the space. And so I think just being, there's so much noise. And there's so many people telling you what you should and shouldn't do, and there are all these like norms, and I think sometimes it's really just your strengths are in front of you, and what you're passionate about is in front of you, and you'll keep coming back to it, and then it's a question of whether or not you're honest with yourself and you're honoring what it is that you're excited about.
I think just keep throwing yourselves in really uncomfortable situations. Because I think that will really jumpstart and inspire and put the fire under your ass to like do something different. And you might then at that point realize what you're passionate about. Like I just recently realized what I'm passionate and good at. Like I feel sort of like as an entrepreneur, a kind of jack of all trades, master of none. And I was like, oh, I know what I'm good at. Starting businesses. That's it, and that's my creative outlet, and that's what I'm passionate about. Am I the best operator of the business? No. I could probably hire someone who's better at like the day-to-day operations, but just like getting it going and getting that product or that service to market and differentiating it and raising money and getting accounts, like I'm good at that.
Okay.
And I just realized that.